今日我哋嚟到為何人生黑暗跌入錯誤第7個啦。
Today we're talking about why do hearts darken and fall into error, part 7.
我上個禮拜講嘅嗰篇講章，我直到而家都仲覺得有啲傷心。
So last week's sermon, until this day, I still feel a little sad.
因為世上嘅現實一面倒太過不正義的事太多。
Because in this world, there's too many unrighteous things.
世上嘅人時時都行不正義。
The people of this world, they always practice unrighteous things.
為何人心黑暗跌入錯誤第7個。
So why do hearts darken and fall into error, part 7?
今次係因為從信心退縮而滅亡。
And this time it's because of people shrinking back to perdition.
2000年前佢哋退縮有好多嘅理由。
2,000 years ago, they had a lot of reasons to shrink back into perdition.
其中最主要嘅就係佢哋肉體會俾人殺害。
One particular reason was that their body can be killed.
最主要嗰次就係你信耶穌，你可能會喪失你肉體生命。
That if you believe in Jesus, you might have to give up the life of your body.
喺呢個情況之下，聖經咁樣寫。
In this situation, this is what the Bible writes.
從信心退縮就會滅亡。
So that if you shrink back into perdition because of faith, then you will die.
而家世上嘅人，佢哋冇理由應該退縮佢哋嘅信心。
In today's world, there should be no reason to shrink back their faith.
除非咧，佢係一啲國家，如果你信耶穌，人哋要殺你。
Unless they're living in a country where if you believe in Jesus, you will be killed.
但係而家咧，冇一個國家公開話你信耶穌就要被殺。
But today, there is no country that openly says that if you believe in Jesus, you will be killed.
特別我哋喺美國生活嘅人，
Especially for those of us who are living in America,
你冇任何理由退縮。
there is no reason for you to shrink back.
你可以自由信耶穌。
You can freely believe in Jesus.
甚至你可以自由點樣信耶穌。
You can freely believe in Jesus any way you want.
所以你冇理由要從信心退縮。
So you have no excuse or reason to shrink back into perdition.
今次咧係希伯來書10章39節。
So the main scriptures for this study is found in Hebrews chapter 10, verse 39.
請大家要留意，要咁樣翻譯先至準確。
So please pay attention. We have to translate it this way in order for it to be accurate.
我哋唔係退縮進入沉淪嗰啲人。
So we are not of them that shrink back into perdition.
全世界記得。
Everyone in the world remember this.
當時佢哋咁樣講呢句説話會被殺嘅。
Back then, if they said this thing, they would be killed.
最少咧會俾人打嘅。
At least they will be beaten.
甚至俾屋企人趕出門口。
Or the people of their household will cast them out.
嗰陣時佢寫呢句説話，我哋唔係退縮，我哋唔會退縮進入沉淪。
So back then they would say, we are not of them that shrink back into perdition.
我哋會堅持我哋嘅信耶穌，叫我哋嘅魂得着救恩。
We are of them that believe to the saving of our souls.
我哋聖經咧有好多冇翻譯得好清楚。
In the Bible, there's a lot of areas where it's not clearly translated.
所以你要小心要咁樣翻譯先啱。
So you have to be careful. You have to translate it this way in order to be correct.
你哋可以殺我，
You can kill me,
但係我會堅持信耶穌，叫我魂得救恩。
but I am determined to continue to believe in Jesus so that we can save our souls.
我時時感謝神嘅恩典。
I always thank God's grace
我生長喺香港，生活喺美國。
that I grew up in Hong Kong and I live in New York.
我呢世人冇呢個危險，
In all my life, I did not have to come across these dangers
因為我遵守國家嘅律法。
because I follow the laws of the country.
冇人就可以殺我，因為我信耶穌。
And no one can kill me because I believe in Jesus.
所以我能夠堅持一直要照聖經信耶穌。
So that's why I'm able to be determined to believe in Jesus according to the Bible.
全世界所有嘅人都應該咁樣做。
And all people in the world should be able to do this.
因為當時佢哋講呢句説話會被殺嘅，
Because back then when they said these things, they would be killed.
佢一樣可以講我要堅持信耶穌，
But they can still say, I want to be determined to believe in Jesus,
拯救我嘅靈魂。
to save my soul.
2000年前猶太人必須脫離摩西律法嘅傳統。
So 2,000 years ago, the Jewish people had to come out of their Moses tradition.
嗱，連耶穌在內，
Even during the time of Jesus.
佢哋結果俾佢哋釘死喺十字架上，
And finally, he was crucified on the cross by them
就係因為佢必須脫離摩西律法，
because they had to come out of their Moses tradition.
佢必須教導摩西律法之外嘅耶穌嘅教訓。
They wanted to teach a teaching that's outside of Moses' tradition, which is the teaching of Jesus.
冇錯，佢哋能夠將耶穌殺咗，
Of course, they can kill Jesus.
佢又將保羅彼得殺咗。
They also killed Apostle Paul and Apostle
但
Peter.
係我哋今日一樣有聖經，
But today, we still have the Bible.
所以我哋今日好特別嘅感謝神。
So today, we specifically thank God.
今日舉起本聖經，我哋決心要依照新約聖經，
We raise the Bible and we are determined to follow the New Testament Bible.
全世界必須要跟從，
And everyone in the world must follow this and obey it.
冇人能夠殺我哋或者打我哋。
And no one can kill us or beat us.
但係2000年前好多人被殺，由耶穌開始。
But 2,000 years ago, a lot of people were killed starting from Jesus.
全世界聽清楚，
Everyone listen carefully.
耶穌話：天上地下所有權柄已經賜給我了。
Jesus said, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given unto me.
嗱，佢英文咧係 has been，我哋中國係都已經，
So in the English, it's has been.
所以千祈要留意。
So you have to pay attention.
耶穌話：從今之後，
Jesus said, from now on,
我講嘅就要做。
whatever I say, you must do.
唔使理其他人講乜嘢，
You don't have to care about what anyone else says.
唔使理摩西講乜嘢，
You don't have to care what Moses says.
唔使理你老豆講乜
You
嘢，
don't have to care what your father says.
唔使佢嗰啲祭司講乜嘢。
You don't have to care about the Sadducees say.
從今之後，我講就算啦。
From now on, what I say, that is it.
天上地下所有權柄已經喺我呢度，
All authority on heaven and earth has been given unto me.
所以你咪去使萬民作我的門徒，
Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations,
奉父子聖靈名給他們施洗。
baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy
呢
Spirit.
個係耶穌嘅吩咐，耶穌嘅命令，
And this is Jesus' command.
你必須要遵行，
You must obey.
你必須要照做。
You must follow.
凡我所命令你們的，都教訓他們遵守。
Teach them to obey everything I have commanded you.
耶穌講得好清楚。
Jesus clearly stated this.
從今開始，
From now on.
現在開始，我宣佈天上地下權柄喺我呢度。
From now on, I'm announcing all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me.
我命令你們嘅都必須遵守，
You have to obey everything I have commanded you.
非常清楚，
It's very clear.
冇人能夠誤解。
And no one can misunderstand or misinterpret.
我就與你們同在，直到世界的末了。
And surely I am with you always to the very end of age.
所以全世界人唔需要等有朝代改變
So you don't need to wait till a changing of the times,
，change your dynasty。
of the dynasty.
你唔使嚟，你搞一個 revolution，你可以搞 evolution，but not revolution。
You can
I got it right？
you can make evolution but not revolution.
你可以有進化論，但係不能有革命，
You can have an evolution but not revolution.
因為我會做皇帝，直到世界的末了。
Because I will be king until the end of the world, end
所
of
以你唔
age.
使諗，將來有一個朝代改變，然後律法會改變。
So you don't have to wait for a revolution and then the law will change.
從今之後，直到世界末日，
From now on to the very end of the age,
我講嘅就算啦。
what I say is it.
全世界必須聽耶穌基督講
And
嘅，
everyone in the world must listen to what Jesus says.
所以全世界要聽清楚。
So everyone must listen carefully.
從今之後係新約聖經講嘅算，
From now on, we do what it says in the New Testament Bible.
信耶穌嘅人就要按照聖經。
Jesus believers must obey what it says in the Bible.
我嚟到美國差唔多50年，
I've come to America for almost 50 years.
上個禮拜第一次聽到有美國政府嘅律法人。
Last week was the first time I heard of American government officials or lawmakers.
係啊，佢話我哋美國信耶穌嘅所有人都要遵守聖經嘅説話。
That us American Jesus believers must obey what it says in the
遵
Bible.
守美國嘅律法，國家嘅律法。
We must obey the law of the country.
而且佢 quote 羅馬書13章。
And he quoted Romans chapter 13.
Also, you know that? He quote Romans chapter 13. 所有美國人要遵守國家律法。
So all Americans must obey the law of the country.
感謝神嘅恩典。
By the grace of God,
第一次有美國政府嘅官員話：我哋美國人要遵守美國律法。
by the grace of God, it was the first time that I heard American government lawmakers refer to the Bible when it comes to obeying the law.
而且佢指明係羅馬書13章，
And he pointed out Romans chapter 13.
希望佢將來知道彼得前書第2章13節都有。
I hopefully one day he'll also know that 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 13 also has this.
總之，耶穌話：從今之後，我耶穌講嘅算，
Jesus says, from now on, what I say is it.
而且要直到世界末日唔再改啦。
And it is until the very end of age and will never change.
聖經嘅律法就係新約聖經，耶穌嘅律法就係新約聖經。
So the law of the Bible, the law of Jesus, is the New Testament Bible.
我而家要講個故事俾你聽。
And now I want to tell you a story.
而家咧係第3個禮拜日啦。
This is the third Sunday.
10幾日前啊，我發現喺呢個網頁上邊有一個堅固磐石浸信會 （Solid Rock Baptist Church）。
So about 12 or 13 days ago, I found something online that says Solid Rock Baptist Church.
佢鬧嗰本 New NIV 嘅 Bible，NIV Bible 係 Satan's masterpiece。
So it was saying that the new NIV Bible is Satan's masterpiece.
OK， 所以我 congratulate him， 我上網 submit 個説話，恭喜你知道 NIV 係撒旦嘅傑作。
So I went online to congratulate him in him saying the new NIV Bible is Satan's masterpiece.
同時我又提醒佢，你知唔知約翰8章31節 NIV 改咗？
And also reminded him that, do you know that the NIV changed John chapter 8 verse 31?
No, I said, do you know? Just in case you may not know. John 8:31 NIV 改嗰節聖經嘅意思。
So I say, just in case, did you know that NIV changed the meaning of John chapter 8 verse 31?
但係同時佢又話，佢同 Church of Christ Memphis Tennessee 嗰度 Church of Christ 嘅傳道人 debate。
He also told me that he debated with the Memphis Church of Christ.
佢話嗰啲 Church of Christ 咧係 very dangerous cult。
So he claimed that the Church of Christ is a very dangerous cult.
係呢個異端，就係 cult 嘅意思啦。
So a heathen or a cult.
佢嗰啲語氣咧非常之嬲。
And his language was very angry.
所以我知道佢一定失敗得好慘。
So he must have been very
angry because he lost. He must lost very badly.
So he's angry because of probably some failures.
Usually 就係因為你 lost 你又唔悔改，你會變成 angry。
So usually you're angry because you lost something and you won't repent, you won't change.
所以我寫一篇講章，你千祈唔好話人哋係異端。
So I wrote a sermon to say you should dare not call the people heathens.
因為聖經裏面記載以斯帖主24章
Because the Bible records this in Acts chapter
24 verse
24,
14。
verse 14.
聖經我知道，
I know what it says in the Bible.
因為當時只有落地獄嘅人話保羅係異端。
Because back then, only those people who were going to hell called Paul a heathen,
No, call Paul a cult.
a cult.
They call the way that Paul taught was a cult. Those are the people all will go to hell. 冚唪唥係落地獄嘅人話保羅係異端。
So all people who are going to hell, they called Paul's teachings a cult.
但係我呢度冇喺個 email 俾佢。
But I didn't give him an email.
我喺 email 佢嘅 email 裏邊我寫住。
So in the email I wrote,
而家我想問一個簡單 little simple little question， 簡單小嘢。
so I want to ask you a little simple question.
The church name, Solid Rock Baptist Church, is this name in the Bible? 我就問佢 Solid Rock Baptist Church 呢個名係咪喺聖經裏邊？
So I asked them, this name of your church, Solid Rock Baptist Church, is it in the Bible?
咁我下低呢個 line 話 Please answer with care， 小心回答。
And the next line I said, please answer with care.
See, I wrote with compassion. I don't want you to make mistake. See， 我希望佢能夠唔 make mistake。
So I hope he could not make a mistake.
所以我叫佢話 answer with care。
So I told him to answer with care.
但係直到而家冇 answer。
But even until this point, there was no answer.
我知道咧，佢可能會 answer no，and then 嚟一個 but explain。
So I know he'll probably answer no, but then afterwards say but and try to explain.
如果佢咁樣 answer， 佢就慘啦。
If he answers that way, then he's in trouble.
我會叫佢讀馬太5章37節，
I'll ask him to read Matthew chapter 5, verse 37.
然後下低有個小嘅 line。Now you know where you come from。而家你知道你喺邊度嚟嘅。
And then on the bottom, I'll write a small line, now you know where you come from.
如果佢 answer exactly correct，just no。
If he answers exactly correct by saying no,
假如佢淨係一個 no 咧，我又要叫佢睇加提書1章第8節。
if he just answers with no, I will tell him to read Galatians chapter 1, verse 8.
Then I'll say now you know where you heading。
So,
Okay.
yeah. So now I'll answer by saying now you know where you're heading.
佢只有一個辦法，
He only has one way.
嚟到基督的教會，
That is to come to the Church of Christ.
只有一個辦法，
There's only one way.
你要投降進入基督的教會。
You have to surrender and come to the Church of Christ.
只有呢條路，
There's only one way.
第二條路就係地獄，
All other ways lead to hell,
冇人能夠逃跑。
and no one can run away.
全世界聽清楚，
Everyone in the world, listen carefully.
你嚟到基督嘅教會
When you come to the Church of Christ,
係你唯一嘅方法，
that is your only way.
其他只有 alternative 就係地獄，
Any alternative leads you to hell.
非常之清楚，冇人能夠走。
It's very clear, no one can run away.
我來不是要廢掉律法，乃是要成全律法。
I come not to destroy the law, but to fulfill it.
所有西方國家神學家冇人明白呢節聖經。
So all the Eastern theologians, no one understands this verse.
我來不是要廢掉，乃是要成全。
I have not come to destroy the law, but to fulfill it.
佢哋自己去搞，自己去寫書。
So they wrote their own things, their own stories, their own books,
And they wrote lots of books to explain 嗰節聖經係咩意思。
to explain what that verse means.
但係咧，耶穌自己有解釋。
But Jesus himself explained it.
21節嗰度話不可謀殺人，
In Matthew chapter 5, verse 21, it says, you shall not murder.
就係摩西律法第6條誡。
And that's the 6th commandment of the law of Moses.
只是我告訴你不可動怒。
But I tell you, you shall not be angry at your brother.
摩西話不可謀殺。
The law of Moses says, "You shall not murder."
我耶穌話不可向弟兄動怒。
But I, Jesus, tell you, you shall not be angry at your brother.
嗱，我再提醒你，上個禮拜嗰個講章最緊要嗰句。
Now, I'll remind you the most important part of last week's sermon.
我哋教嘅弟兄姊妹要彼此相愛。
Our brothers and sisters in the church must love each other.
因為神就是愛。
For God is love.
全世界記得。
Everyone remember this.
因為神就是愛。
For God is love.
點解
Why?
我哋弟兄必須彼此相愛。
So brothers and sisters must love each other.
所以你不能向弟兄動怒。
So that's why you cannot be angry at your brother.
如果你向弟兄動怒，
If you're angry at your brother,
你就違背咗神就是愛。
then you're disobeying that God is love.
神就是愛咩意思？
For God is love, what does that mean?
就係弟兄姊妹要彼此相愛。
That means brothers and sisters in the church, they love one another.
你唔能夠彼此動怒，
You cannot be angry at one another.
你唔使等到你謀殺咗個弟兄，
You should not wait until you've killed a brother,
嗰個係摩西律法。
and that is the law of Moses.
你向你弟兄動怒就已經犯罪，
If you're angry at your brother, then you've already sinned.
所以你有摩西律法，有耶穌嘅教訓。
So you have the law of Moses, but you have Jesus' teaching.
你而家信耶穌應該守邊個？
If you believe in Jesus, what should you obey?
全世界笨人都應該明白。
Even all the stupid people in the world
你
should
信
understand.
耶穌就應該聽耶穌嘅話。
If you believe in Jesus, you should obey Jesus.
所以呢個世界上人真係可憐。
So the people of this world are very sad.
耶穌自己有解釋。
And Jesus himself explained this.
如果你一直讀到約翰福音馬太福音5章讀到48節，你就知道有6次咁多。
So if you read on to Matthew chapter 5 verse 48, you'll find 6 times, but I'll tell you.
嗱，古時候摩西點樣講？古時候摩西點樣講？講咗6次。
So back then, what did Moses say? It said this 6 times.
所以呢啲人講咗6次，比喻佢都講解佢都唔明白。
So even with 6 examples, they don't understand.
因為眾先知和律法書完到約翰為止，
For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John.
耶穌宣佈啦，好清楚。
And Jesus announced it very clearly.
如果你讀希伯來書，
If you read Hebrews,
我時都講好簡單。
it's very simple.
耶穌話：摩西你嚟。
Jesus said, Moses, you come.
嗱，我好簡單將希伯來書話俾你聽，一兩句説話話俾你聽。
I'll simply tell you what Hebrews is about in 1 or 2 sentences.
摩西嚟，
Moses, come here.
感謝你，你係我父家忠心的僕人。
Thank you. You are my family's most loyal servant or loyal servants.
Faithful
Faithful servants.
servant。但係而家咧，我嚟啦，
But now I come.
你嘅工作完畢，
Your work is done.
可以休息啦。
You can rest.
睇到我翻譯好啱啦，即係你嘅 work has done 啊。You have done your job and a good job。我哋父家永遠會紀念。
So faithful servant, your work is done. Our family will remember it forever.
但係從今之後，我耶穌係主。
But from now on, I'm Jesus and Lord.
從今之後係我講嘅算數。
For from now on, what I say, it is.
非常清楚點解世界上嘅人唔明白。
It's very clear. How come the people of the world don't understand this?
OK，使徒保羅寫呢啲啦。
So Apostle Paul wrote these things.
基督是律法的終點，
Christ is the end of the law.
叫信耶穌嘅人得稱義。
For righteousness to everyone that believes.
非常簡單清楚。
It's very simple.
從今之後，
From now on,
耶穌嚟咗，
Christ has come,
摩西律法結束啦。
and it is the end of the law of Moses.
所以佢仲加上羅馬書3章20節。
So they added Romans chapter 3 verse 20.
Chapter 3:20啊，凡有血氣的，冇一個因行摩西律法，在神面前稱義。
Therefore, no one will be declared righteous in his sight by observing the law.
嗱，清清楚楚。
Now it's very clear.
如果你繼續照摩西律法，
If you continue to observe the law of Moses,
等住落地獄。
then you're waiting to go to hell.
使徒保羅講得好清楚，
Apostle Paul clearly states this.
律法係叫你知道你嘅罪。
So the law makes you conscious of your sin.
總之， 使徒保羅講得好清楚。
Apostle Paul clearly states this.
如果你繼續遵行摩西律法，
If you continue to observe the law of Moses,
冇一個人能夠得救，
then not one will be saved.
全部等住落地獄。
All will be waiting to go to hell.
呢個就係點解我哋要信耶穌，
This is why we must believe in Jesus.
因為耶穌已經訂立咗，
Because Jesus has already established this.
從今之後，天上地下所有權定喺我呢度。
From now on, all authority on heaven and earth has been given to me.
從今之後，
From now on,
你要遵守我耶穌所吩咐
you
你，
must obey what I, Jesus, teach,
唔係摩西律法。
not the law of Moses.
如果你繼續守摩西律法，
If you continue to observe the law of Moses,
冇一個得救。
not one can be saved.
所以我們看定了，人稱義因着信耶穌，唔係遵行摩西律法。
So we must maintain that man is justified by faith apart from observing the law of Moses.
呢個係羅馬書3章28節。
This is found in Romans chapter 3, verse 28.
點解有人能夠唔明白？
How can anyone not understand?
我係中國人，讀中文嘅都明白。
I am a Chinese, and I'm reading Chinese. I still understand it.
使徒保羅因此被迫害啦。
Apostle Paul was persecuted.
佢哋話保羅呢個人勸人不按着律法敬拜神。
So they were saying this man Paul is persuading the people to worship God in ways contrary to the law.
使徒行傳18章開始，
Starting from Acts chapter 18,
一直到19、20到26章，
all the way up to chapter 26.
一直喺度想搞死保羅。
They want to kill Paul. They want to
Yeah, they
kill Paul.
see every opportunity to execute Apostle Paul。佢哋一直18章一直到26章。
So chapters 18 to 26, they seek every opportunity to execute
而且咧，
Paul.
佢哋用非常之狡猾嘅方法
And they use a very cunning, sneaky method.
cunning way。佢呢度話呢個保羅教我哋猶太人唔照律法敬拜神。
So they say this man Paul is teaching us ways contrary to the law, teaching us to worship God in ways contrary to the law.
佢哋唔夠膽直接講明白，
They do not dare to directly speak of it.
佢哋應該誠實啲講係唔照摩西律法敬拜神。
They should be more honest and say, or more direct by saying they're teaching us to not observe the law of Moses.
呀，呢個係 Law of Moses，唔係 Law of Roman Empire。
So it's the law of Moses, not the law of the Roman Empire.
但係佢哋唔講清楚，
But they didn't clearly say it.
所以佢哋 cunning 可惡就喺呢度。
So this is how they were cunning.
佢希望羅馬帝國嘅總督誤會呢個係羅馬帝國嘅律法。
So they were hoping that the Roman officials would misunderstand and think that Paul was teaching things contrary to the law of the Roman Empire.
感謝神嘅恩典，
By the grace of God,
當時嗰啲派去猶太地嘅羅馬官頭腦好清醒。
that the Roman officials that were sent there, their minds were very clear.
感謝神嘅恩
By
典，
the grace of God,
我呢個姓陳嘅係神特別設計嘅。
that I, Mr. Chen, God has specifically designed.
因為我喺香港長大，
Because I grew up in Hong Kong.
香港同埋當時猶太人完全相同。
The people in Hong Kong, compared to those Jewish people back then, they're exactly the same.
佢哋係猶太人地方，
It's a Jewish nation,
佢哋係猶太人，
and they are Jewish people.
但係意大利人統治。
But they're ruled by Italians.
我哋係中國人，中國地方，
We are Chinese people in a Chinese place,
但係英國統治。
but we are ruled by the English.
英國統治我哋香港，
So the English ruled Hong Kong,
我哋點樣拜？我哋阿媽佢哋點樣拜菩薩？
and our parents or moms, however they worship Buddha,
佢哋點樣拜？政府唔理嘅。
however they worship Buddha, the English government didn't care.
我唔跟我阿媽去拜菩薩，政府又唔理嘅。
And if I did not follow my mom to worship Buddha, the English government didn't care.
我哋可以遵守英國律法，
We can follow the English law,
但係唔使佢哋唔理我哋點樣拜菩薩，
but they don't care how we worship Buddha,
又唔理我哋點樣信耶穌。
and they don't care how we worship Jesus.
當時羅馬帝國完全一樣。
And back then, the Roman Empire was exactly the same.
佢哋只管你有冇守羅馬帝國嘅律法。
All they care about is if you obey the Roman law.
清楚啦，
It's clear.
佢哋唔理猶太人點樣拜神。
They don't care about how the Jewish people worship God.
嗰啲祭司、嗰啲長老堅持要照摩西律法。
And all the elders were determined to observe the law of Moses.
耶穌宣布從此之後唔再守摩西律法。
Now Jesus announced, from now on, you do not need to observe the law of Moses.
使徒保羅繼續傳唔再守摩西律法。
And Apostle Paul also said, do not observe. You no longer need to observe the law of Moses.
佢就去法庭嗰度要搞死耶穌，搞死保羅。
So they went to court, determined to find a way to execute Paul and execute Jesus.
冇錯，結果佢哋都成功。
Of course, at the end, they were successful.
佢哋將耶穌 execute 喺呢個十字架上。
Jesus was executed on the cross.
佢哋將保羅斬頭。
And Paul was beheaded.
佢哋將彼得調轉頭嚟釘十字架。
And Peter was nailed upside down.
佢就用呢個狡猾方法。
And they used this cunning method.
叫羅馬帝國嘅官員誤解係呢個羅馬帝國律法。
To deceive the Roman officials to think that Paul was teaching something contrary to the law of the Roman Empire.
佢哋一直找尋機會，後來佢哋卒之揾到。
They kept on finding or looking for opportunities to execute, and they found them.
嗱，呢度好清楚，意大利嘅總督叫做加流，對猶太人咁樣講。
So this Italian official, his name was Gallio.
你們這些猶太人，如果係冤枉奸惡的事，即係違背羅馬帝國嘅律法，我就要聽你哋。
So he said to the Jews, if you Jews were making a complaint about some misdemeanor or serious crime, it would be reasonable for me to listen to you.
睇下呢個英文寫得好清楚。
So it's very clear in the English.
如果你違背羅馬帝國嘅律法，
if you're committing a crime against the law of the Roman Empire,
我哋呢度係羅馬帝國嘅法庭。
and this is the Roman court.
羅馬帝國法庭照羅馬帝國嘅律法。
In the Roman court, we follow the Roman law.
你哋講呢啲嘢，講過耶穌復活，耶穌死咗。
If you're talking about Jesus dying or resurrecting,
你哋講點樣你敬拜你嘅上帝？
or how do you worship your God?
我哋羅馬帝國唔管嘅。
The Roman Empire, we don't care about this.
所爭論的是關乎言語名目和你們的律法，係啦，係你們的律法。佢唔識講你哋嘅摩西律法，但係佢識得講係你哋嘅律法，唔係我哋嘅律法。
So, but since it involves questions about words and names about your own law, and they don't say your own law of Moses, they should say your own law. Settle the matter yourselves.
所以每次我講到呢啲咧，又係令我心情非常之發嬲嘅。
So that's why every time I come across these things, I get very aggravated.
當時啲猶太人咁鬼死邪惡。
The Jewish people back then were so wickedly cunning.
嗱，連佢哋外邦人、意大利嘅官都睇出嚟啦。
So even the Gentiles and the Roman officials, they could see through them.
呢啲係你哋嘅律法。
This is your own law.
唔係我哋羅馬帝國嘅律法。
Not our Roman law.
我唔審呢啲嘅。
We will not govern these.
你哋自己去搞。
You can take care and settle the matter yourself.
這樣的事我不願意審問。
I will not judge such things.
清清楚楚。
It's very clear.
如果我係嗰個加流咧，我會告埋佢哋。
If I was Gallio, I would sue them.
I will arrest them. 我就會捉佢哋。
So I would arrest them.
我會捉你坐監三日。
I would arrest them to go to jail, put them in jail for 3 days.
因為你嘥我時間。
Because you're wasting my time.
睇下你嚟錯地方。
You've come to the wrong place.
我今日要開庭嚟聽你講。
Today I need to open the court.
你胡說八道，呢啲係你哋嘅律法，唔係我哋嘅律法。
So I have to open the court to listen to this mess. This is your
你
law.
盲咗眼啊！
Not my law. Or
你知唔知我係邊個啊？
Do you know who I am?
我係羅馬帝國總督。
I am a Roman official.
羅馬帝國總督照你嘅律法，你有冇搞錯啊？
And as a Roman official, do I need to follow your law?
佢哋梗係夠運，阿 John Chen 唔活喺嗰度。
So they were lucky that John Chen did not live there at that time.
如果我係嗰個交流咧，我即刻要將佢撈去坐監。
If I was Galileo, I would arrest them immediately.
你哋浪費我哋羅馬帝國法庭嘅寶貴時間。
You're wasting the precious time of the Roman court.
保羅係違背你哋嘅律法，唔係違背我哋羅馬帝國嘅律法。
Apostle Paul has committed the crime against your own law, not the Roman law.
但係佢識得話你哋快啲走啊！
So he knew how to say you should leave immediately.
睇到 ，You better run. I'll arrest you. 睇到 ，You better run. 要快啲走啊！
So he told them to run away.
上帝嘅恩典喺呢個時候，呢個羅馬帝國官員頭腦清醒。
So that by the grace of God, this Roman official, his mind was very clear.
如果你有興趣，你應該繼續睇落去，睇落去到25章。
If you have an interest, you should read on to chapter 25,
25章19節，
verse 19.
嗰個仲精彩。
It's actually even better.
佢直情話：你哋喺度嗌乜嘢？嗌你哋嘅宗教傳統。
So he said, you guys are debating about what? You guys are debating about your religious teachings.
仲喺度嗌一個耶穌嗰個人叫做耶穌，保羅話佢係活嘅，但係你哋話佢係死
And
嘅。
you're arguing about this person called Jesus. Paul says he's living, but you said he's dead.
耶穌嘅死，耶穌嘅活，我哋羅馬帝國唔管嘅啫。
Whether or not Jesus lives or dies, us, the Roman court, we don't govern these things.
所以如果去到28章，你仲睇到好清楚，好精
So
彩。
if you read it to chapter 28, it's even better.
呢個咧佢直情講清楚。
And he clearly states this.
嗱，耶穌嘅死，耶穌嘅活，我哋羅馬帝國唔管嘅。
So Jesus' death or Jesus' resurrection, we don't care.
點解你又嚟我哋羅馬帝國嘅法庭？
And why would you come to the Roman court to talk about these things?
但係你可以睇到嗰啲猶太人一直要揾時間、揾地方將保羅殺害。
But you can see that the Jewish people back then constantly were looking for a time and opportunity to execute
由
Paul.
18章開始，一直到26章。
All the way from chapter 18 through chapter 26.
所以我說，且在主裏確實的說，
So I tell you this and insist on it in the Lord.
嗱，小心 insist 呢個字，堅持一定要咁樣做。
So be careful about this word insist. That means they're determined to do it this way.
我哋而家唔照摩西律法，
So today we're not doing things according to the law of Moses.
我哋叫新約聖經耶穌所說嘅，
We do according to the New Testament that Jesus taught.
我哋又唔照世上嘅世俗人嘅習慣，
And we don't do it according to the teachings of the people of the world or
我哋又唔
behaviors and
照佢
habits.
哋嗰啲方法，
So we don't do it according to their methods.
我哋一定要因為佢哋心裏昏暗，所與神嘅命隔絕咗。
So they are darkened in their understanding and separated from the life of God.
因為佢哋無知，心裏剛硬，
Because of the ignorance.
佢哋都要等住落地獄。
Because of the ignorance that is in them due to their hardening of their hearts, they're waiting to go to hell.
但係我哋唔係咁樣
But we are not like this.
佢哋良心喪盡，
So
佢哋放縱私慾，他們各種嘅污穢。
they lost all sensitivity. They have given themselves over to sensuality.
呢啲事我哋唔做嘅，
And these things we don't do.
我哋接受咗耶穌嘅教訓，
So we receive Jesus' teaching.
我要脫離以前唔信耶穌嘅舊人。
So we have to depart from our former ways of life.
呢個舊人因為私慾迷惑變壞嘅，要將心意改回一生。
Which is being corrupted by its deceitful desires to be made new in the attitude of your minds.
嗱，以前猶太人要脫離摩西律法，
So the Jewish people wanted to not observe the law of Moses.
佢哋猶太人要殺佢哋，
Then the Jewish people would kill them.
佢哋堅持。
But they insisted.
而家世俗上嘅人士要引誘我哋去犯罪作惡，
Now the people of the world always want to tempt us to commit sin.
我哋要堅持有耶穌基督嘅心情。
We have to insist on having the heart of Jesus.
穿上新人，照着神嘅形象做，有真理、仁義和聖潔。
And to put on a new self created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness.
睇住佢英文翻譯得好啲，
The English translation is better.
佢呢度個 true 咧係真正嘅意思，真正依照聖經嘅正義同埋聖潔。
So true righteousness and holiness.
快啲學呢兩個字嚇，watch here，要 true righteousness、true holiness， 即係照着聖經所講嘅嗰啲 righteousness。
So true righteousness and holiness. The righteousness that's spoken about or written about in the New Testament Bible.
OK，最後一個啦， 要勇敢嘅到基督的教會參加主日崇拜。
And one last point, you dare to show up and worship in the Church of Christ on Sunday.
2000年前你咁樣做，
And 2,000 years ago, they did this.
你可能會死嘅。
You might die if you did this 2,000 years ago.
所以你出門去參加聚會嘅時候，
So when you exit your home to worship,
你嘅先同你嘅家人講再見。
you should first tell your family, we'll see each other again.
嗱，好好地生活啦嚇。
Now live well.
我今次去敬拜神咧，可能唔會再翻嚟㗎啦。
So today when I worship God, I might not come back
Alive，but
alive.
I might come back 已經夠啦。當時係咁嘅情形，
And back then, it was that situation.
所以你需要有好大嘅勇氣去參加聚會，
So you needed a lot of courage to worship God back then.
因為你一去可能會死㗎。
Because once you go, you might die.
感謝神嘅恩典，
By the grace of God,
我去基督嘅教會參加聚會已經50幾年。
that I've attended the Church of Christ, worship at the Church of Christ for 50 plus years.
我都一直活著翻屋企。
And I still can go home alive.
點解啊？我老婆仲未曾睇到個老公死咗冇咗老公。
And my wife has not yet seen her husband die.
Hey, also, Mrs. Chen still have a husband here. 係咯冇？我50年勇敢去基督嘅教會，仲未曾俾人殺。
So for the past 50 plus years, I had the courage to go to the Church of Christ to worship God, and I don't have to be afraid of anyone trying to kill me.
但係你一樣係需要有勇氣，
But you still must have courage,
特別係你嘅家人唔贊成
especially when your family is not
，agree，
agreeable to that,
特別係你嘅朋友唔 agree，
especially when your friends do not agree.
你一樣要去。
You still need to go or want to
你能
go.
夠堅持犯罪，我就能夠堅持行善。
If you can insist on sinning, I can insist on practicing
你
righteousness.
能夠去拜菩薩，我就能夠去信耶穌。
If you are insisting on worshiping Buddha, I'm insisting on worshiping
你能
Jesus.
夠去宗派落地獄，同宗派一齊去落地獄，我就能夠去基督嘅教會上天堂。
If you're able to worship with denominations or religions and go to hell, I am able to worship Jesus and go to heaven.
A little bit short，應該係 if you can insist to be a denomination and go to hell, I will surely insist to go to the Church of Christ and go to heaven。應該有呢啲勇氣，
You should have this courage
因為我哋有聖經嘅記載，
because we have what's recorded in the Bible.
淨係一個小問題就夠啦。
All you need is one small question.
你明教會嘅名字聖經有冇啊？
The name of your church, is it in the Bible?
全世界冇人走得甩，
And no one can run away from this.
佢只有一個逃避方法，
They have only one method of running away,
就係投降嚟基督的教
that
會。
is to surrender and come to the Church of Christ.
如果唔係咧，佢哋就落地獄，
If not, then they will go to hell.
等住落地獄。
They are waiting to go to hell.
而家我唔單止能夠有勇氣去敬拜神，
Not only do I have the courage to worship God,
我唔單止能夠勇氣去基督的教會敬拜神，
not only do I have the courage to go to the Church of Christ to worship God,
我就能夠傳道，大聲話俾你聽。
I am able to preach and loudly tell you,
如果你唔去基督嘅教會，就等住落地獄。
if you don't go to the Church of Christ, you're waiting to go to hell.
我需要幾多勇氣啊
How much courage do I need?
？Not much。2000年前，佢哋需要好多勇氣，
2,000 years ago, they needed a lot of courage
因為今次去聚會可能冇命翻嚟啦。
because if they went to worship, they might not be able to come back alive.
佢一樣能夠堅持。
But they can still insist.
點解而家有人夠膽能夠同基督的教會離開基督的教會？
How can people today dare or have the courage to leave the Church of Christ?
佢而家喺基督嘅教會仲能夠離開，
They're already in the Church of Christ and they are still able to leave.
有人要殺佢咩？
Does anyone want to kill them?
如果有人話你呢樣話你嗰樣，有咩事啫？
If someone says this or that, why does it matter?
我哋有勇氣、勇敢，一直喺基督嘅教會裏邊。
We need to have the courage to stay in the Church of Christ.
我有位大祭司就係耶穌基督，
So we have a high priest, which is Jesus Christ.
所有權柄喺佢嗰度。
All authority is in his hands.
世上連魔鬼撒旦在內，佢冇辦法。
Even Satan has nothing, no power over him.
但係我姓陳嘅喺度，
But especially me, Mr. Chen,
我講撒旦係一個笨蛋，講咗幾多耐？講咗幾十年，佢
I've
冇。
said, I've called Satan an idiot for many, many years, and nothing has happened to me.
上帝嘅恩典
By the grace of God,
有需要幾多勇氣啫
how much courage do we need?
？Not much。2000年前佢需要好多好
So
多嘅勇氣。
2,000 years ago, they needed a lot of courage to
我
worship
哋而家
God.
只都係人哋唔同意，
Today, all that's going to happen is that someone's not going to agree with us.
至多佢哋話我從今之後同你冇朋友做。
So the most that will happen is that they might not be our friends anymore.
嗱，聽住嚇。
Now listen carefully.
如果有人話從今之後，如果你再信耶穌咧，就冇老公做，冇老婆做。
If someone says to you from now on, if you believe in Jesus, then I cannot be your wife, I cannot be your husband,
從今之後你就冇老豆，
then from now on you'll have no father,
咁啊點啊？
then so what?
佢唔敢喎，
They're not.
你再去基督教我就殺咗你。
If they say, if you go to the Church of Christ, then I'll kill you,
有冇人咁樣講？
does anyone say that?
我說 anybody say that in America？冇人 say that 嚇，
So
冇
no
人
one's-
say that，冇人夠膽講呢樣
No
嘢。
one dares say that in America.
佢最多能夠話，如果你再信耶穌就冇老豆啊。
So the most they can say is that if you believe in Jesus, then you'll have no father.
2000年前唔係咁樣嘅，
2,000 years ago was not like that,
所以佢需要勇氣。
and they needed courage.
佢真係你去信耶穌就冇老豆㗎啦。
If they really believed in Jesus, then they'll have no father.
43年前喺 World Trade Center 就有啲咁嘅事。
So 43 years ago in World Trade Center, that's what happened.
我哋嗰陣時喺 World Trade Center 裏邊有個 office，
Back then in World Trade Center, we have an office.
我哋有一個猶太嚟嘅猶太傳道人，
We have a Jewish preacher
佢話俾我聽，佢喺耶路撒冷嚟
who
嘅。
came from Jerusalem.
佢話俾我聽，佢受洗嗰日喺基督的教育受洗嗰日，佢阿爸阿嫲就喺屋企同佢舉行喪事禮拜。
So he told me that when he was baptized in the Church of Christ, that his father and mother gave him a funeral
They
at home.
have a funeral in their synagogue for him. From now on, my son is dead. 佢咁樣作見證。
So that's how he testified.
OK， 佢需要好大嘅勇氣
He needed a lot of courage
嚟基督嘅教會。
to come to the Church of Christ.
佢爸媽媽就當佢死咗啦。
His father and mother treated him as dead.
佢真係有棺材嘅，
He really has a coffin.
棺材裏邊唔係個屍體，
And then inside the coffin, there is no corpse.
係一張字條，某人嘅仔叫做咩名？
It's some sign that says so-and-so's son on his name
今日已經死咗，
today has died.
我哋同佢舉行喪事禮拜。
And we have a funeral service.
從今之後，我呢個仔死咗啦。
From now on, this son has died.
43年前仲係有咁樣嘅。
43 years ago, that's what happened.
喺哥倫比亞咧，又有一對年青人，
So in Colombia, there's also a young couple.
非常之可憐。
It's very sad.
嗰個男仔咧係中國人。
The boy or the young man was Chinese.
40幾年前，中國人能夠嚟哥倫比亞讀博士，非常之犀利。
So 43 years ago, a Chinese person was able to go to Colombia to study for his PhD.
佢遇到個猶太女仔，
He met a Jewish girl,
佢哋相愛。
and they loved each other.
嗰個猶太女仔嘅爸媽咧唔肯反對，
So the Jewish parents disagreed.
所以佢哋兩個人自殺。
So they committed suicide.
40幾年前喺 New York 仲有呢啲咁。
So 3 years ago in New York, this is what happened.
佢有好大嘅勇氣。
He needed a lot of courage.
我需要有幾多勇氣參加基督嘅教會？
How much courage do we need to attend the Church of Christ?
我嘅良心已經嘅虧要灑去啦，身體潔淨啦，我哋存着誠心、充足嘅信心嚟到神嘅面前。
So let us draw near with a true heart and full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure
我
water.
哋需要有呢啲勇氣，
We need this courage.
堅守我們所承認嘅指望，一直唔動搖。
Let us hold fast to the profession of our faith without wavering,
因為應許我哋的是信實的，
for he who promised is faithful.
要彼此相顧，激發愛心。
So we have to consider one another to provoke unto love and to do good works,
不可停止自己的聚會，
and not forsaking assembling together,
好似嗰啲停止慣了的人。
as the manner of some is.
以前停止慣了的人，我哋明白，
And back then, when those who forsake worship, we understood
因為佢哋驚死，
because they're afraid to die.
因為參加聚會咧可能會俾人捉拿、俾人殺害。
Because if they attended worship, they might get captured and killed.
但係今日冇人能夠做呢啲事，
But today, no one can do these things.
所以我哋唔需要好大嘅勇氣，就應該喺基督嘅教會裏邊啦。
So we don't need a lot of courage, and we can be in the Church of Christ.
因為我們得知真道以後，故意犯罪就再冇機會啦。
For if we sin willfully after that, we've received the knowledge of the truth, there remains no more sacrifice for sins.
呢段聖經就係我時時講嗰句説話。
And this scripture is something that I always talk about.
如果你唔喺基督嘅教會裏邊，
If you're not in the Church of Christ,
只有一件事，
there's only one thing.
等住落地獄，
You're waiting to go to hell.
就係呢度啦，
And that's where this comes from.
就係呢啲啦。你要等住落地獄，同魔鬼一齊喺地獄裏邊。
You're waiting to go to hell and stay there together with Satan.
結論啦，
In conclusion,
世人和宗派堅持唔照聖經，
the world and denominations insist on not following Jesus,
我哋就堅持照聖經。
not following Jesus according to the Bible, and we follow Jesus according to the Bible.
我哋唔會全信心退縮，救我哋嘅靈魂，救我哋嘅魂。
So we can insist in following Jesus according to the Bible to save our souls.
願神賜福過。
May the Lord bless you and keep you.
阿 Peter 喺嗰度，我哋做呢個結束祈
So we'll have Peter say a closing prayer.
Thank you。